Now, what bucket are you sitting in? Now, I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but let me explain. Today, we're back on video number 7. Can you imagine? 7 of 8. We're motoring through, folks, and we're going to be finished soon, but it won't be the end. This is just an 8-part series on Mojo type communication. So the question is, what type of bucket are you sitting in? And I'm referring to what type of style bucket have you placed yourself in? I'm Pamela Silva, the Mojo Maker, back with another one of 7 of 8 videos on communication. And today we're talking personal style. Why? Because it's important. And I know a lot of you are of that mindset that says people need to appreciate who I am on the inside. I'm a beautiful person on the inside. Why do I need to make any extra effort on the outside? You know what? You're right. We are beautiful on the inside. But most people aren't that enlightened yet. Most of the world isn't that enlightened yet. We aren't that enlightened yet. Because don't tell me you don't react when you see something of beauty. We are very visual people. We're auditory and visual and tactile people. We use our eyes to feel our way through the darkness, don't we? So when we make the effort to pull ourselves together, we are communicating to the world how we feel on the inside. So if you tell me that you're beautiful on the inside and the outside is slovenly and a mess and there's no effort or care, well, there seems to be a little bit of a disconnect or disresonance, at least for me. I'm that type of person. I equate what goes on in the inside with what I see on the outside. Now, it doesn't mean that it's always true. It doesn't mean beautiful people are beautiful people inside. So don't get me wrong. But at least the beautiful people on the outside have made an effort because they know what the outside world is looking at. And I'm not talking about dressing for perfection. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about going out and getting the latest styles or fashions or brand names. At least be neat and tidy. You know, in the world of business, you have 3 seconds, perhaps even less these days, to make that impression on people. What is it they're seeing? What context are you pulling yourself together for? There are people, for instance, that have lost jobs because they have overdressed for the occasion. That's right, they have overdressed for the occasion. I mean, if you're going to be working for someplace like, let's say, Google, for instance, very relaxed, casual atmosphere, walking in a 3-piece suit may not be sending the correct message, correct? But if you were working for maybe Saks Goldman, walking in with Birkenstocks and over relaxed jeans and t-shirts may be sending the wrong message to that banking community, right? So you have to know the context in which you're pulling yourself together. Now, men and women have different ideals about dressing. Women, you know, we really hone in on style, color, context, form, and fashion of the day. Man, you know, you're a little bit different, but I must tell you, I see a lot more men taking the effort to pull themselves together these days with form, function, and fashion, where women are it's very hard to tell where the women are going these days. And I have to tell you, form and fashion and function still hold true. Style, it's not just about the type of clothes you're wearing, it's who you are in relation to what you're wearing. Every day, I would say, is Halloween. Now, let me explain that. Halloween doesn't just come one day a year. It comes every morning. You get up, you stand in front of your closet, and you make a decision on what you're going to put on. What is the costume for your day? Are you going off to a sporting event? Are you going to work? Are you meeting clients? What is it that you're doing that the appropriate costume will tell the world who you are and what you're up to? Now, the bucket I spoke of earlier. Are you in the rock star bucket? Are you in the businessman or businesswoman bucket? Are you in the sporting bucket? Are you in the grunge bucket? What bucket are you climbing out of every single day? Because you will be lumped into a bucket. People lump me in a bucket. Now, I'm not going to give away what my bucket is. I would love for you to comment down there and tell me what you believe my bucket is. But that style says who you are and what you're thinking and what you're hoping to project to the world. How are people perceiving you? Do they perceive you as someone that cares about what they're projecting to the world? It takes seconds for people to pick up on what you're attempting to do. All of these cues I've been talking about through all of these videos which you can link to in the bottom here. I've linked the videos each day of what you can look at. But what cue are you sending to the world? Do you want people to think that you're on your game, you have it together, you have thought about details, that you care about yourself, that you care about making an impression? It's not a bad thing to make an impression. That's what we do. If you're an artist, you want to make an impression with your work. If you're a writer, when you want to make an impression with your words. If you're into sports, you want to make an impression with your energy and your effort. We're all making impressions all the time. So what impression are you trying to make? Are your clothes too baggy and ill-fitting? Get yourself to a tailor and get them to fit those clothes properly. You know, if your jeans are too big, or if your t-shirts are too big, or your shirts are too big. I learned this from my brother. He always buys things one size bigger, then he gets himself to a tailor and they fit it to form, and he always gets compliments. People want to know how he does that. Well, it's simple. He makes an effort, and he only wears jeans, mostly nice t-shirts and shoes, but he makes an effort to make sure that everything he has on him is his unique way of wearing it. You don't have to wear things right off the rack and think that's the end of it. Get them to fit to your body. Make things your own, your unique brand of wearing things. My unique brand of wearing things, and I'm not wearing it today, but you've seen me wearing my costume jewelry. I love that kind of thing. That's my unique thing. My clip-on earrings, bringing in some vibrant color. What is your unique way and brand that you show up in the world? What is your costume, and what bucket are you sitting in? It's important, guys. It's important, ladies. People see you and they make a snap judgment, and it might be the wrong day that they made that judgment, but that's what you served up that day, right? That's what they're going to get. That's what they're going to get from you. It's how you showed up. So determine what bucket you're in. Are you the rock star? Are you the superstar? Are you the business person? What are you? And wear it well. Just because you're the rock star doesn't mean you have to be slovenly. Just because you're the businessman or the businesswoman doesn't mean that you have to do it in an uptight fashion, okay? So focus in, determine, and be intentional about how you dress. Make it neat, make it tidy, make it beautiful. Make you beautiful. You're a walking piece of art. Show up every day and make sure the world can see that about you. I'm Pamela Sylvan, the Mojo Maker. Don't forget to check out all the other videos down here. Tomorrow I'm bringing number 8 and maybe even a bonus video just to make sure that you've got all of these cues working in your favor. Have a great day, and make sure you've climbed out of the right bucket today. Bye-bye.